If you track 100 eager 25-year-olds over 4 decades, this timeline reveals a startling anomaly. By age 65, only 5 achieve financial independence. The other 95 drop off completely, ending up broke or dependent on someone else. This massive failure rate occurs despite years of effort. A staggering 85% of people spend their entire lives grinding away at jobs they deeply hate. This constant, unfulfilled grinding takes a severe physical toll. For a large portion of the population, Monday morning is the most common time to suffer a fatal heart attack. Millions of naturally ambitious people are quite literally dying of a broken heart. They get trapped early on, following a foundational definition of success that functions more like a cage than a goal. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It looks like a person deliberately moving toward a chosen goal, like this schoolteacher shaping minds because she loves the process of instruction. Achieving this state requires a single, powerful principle that philosopher Earl Nightingale called the strangest secret. Think of 2 ships leaving a harbor. The first has a captain, a crew, and exact coordinates. It reaches its destination almost every single time. The second ship has absolutely no plan. It drifts aimlessly until it eventually wrecks on some deserted beach. People with clear goals succeed because they know exactly where they are going. If you look back through history, the greatest minds, from Marcus Aurelius to Ralph Waldo Emerson, unanimously agreed on one point: we become what we think about. The human mind operates exactly like a farmer's field. The neutral soil returns whatever you plant. Sowing a concrete goal leads to its realization, while sowing confusion creates a life of fear. Your mind is a neutral execution engine. Every detail of your current reality is a direct product of the thoughts you have allowed to take root. Wallace Wattles codified these principles as a rigorous science, arguing that success operates under laws as exact and predictable as algebra. The first law requires a mental shift from a competitive mindset to a creative one. As this diagram shows, you are moving from the rigid borders of a pie chart to the expanding potential of a boundaryless circle. The competitive mind assumes the supply of everything is limited. It operates on zero-sum logic, believing that for you to win, someone else must lose. The creative mind understands there is an infinite supply of thinking stuff. Instead of competing for what already exists, you create entirely new value from a limitless source. Extracting wealth from a fixed pool creates a hard ceiling on what you can achieve. Creating value from infinite potential removes those limits, ensuring your output is no longer bound by the scarcity of others. Connecting with this infinite creative power requires specific tools. The first is gratitude, which acts as the mechanism that unifies your mind with the creative substance. Gratitude keeps the mind focused on abundance rather than lack. This focus builds the unwavering faith necessary to turn a mental thought into a tangible reality. Thought attracts the goal, but only physical action allows you to receive it. The third law demands immediate, efficient action to bridge the gap between imagination and the real world. This culminates in the law of exchange. In every transaction, you must provide more in practical use value than you take in cash value. A $20 book that delivers thousands of dollars in return is a perfect example of this imbalance in favor of the receiver. Success is fundamentally an act of service. By adding disproportionate value to the lives of others, you become a creative center that enriches everyone you deal with. You can prove this science for yourself. Earl Nightingale developed a 30-day clinical test to demonstrate how quickly these laws can turn a life around. The protocol requires writing one specific, worthy goal on a card. You must look at it constantly, when you wake up, throughout the day, and before bed. To maintain the experiment's integrity, you must replace every fearful thought with the mental image of your goal. You are training the mind to ignore the interference of doubt. Fear is merely false evidence appearing real. It is an illusion that you must starve out by remaining strictly focused on your purpose. Sustaining this focus for 30 days is a literal demonstration of faith. Persistence is the physical manifestation of the belief that these scientific laws of success will yield results. As this animation demonstrates, money is a yardstick. It measures the quality and quantity of the service you provide to other people. You are currently sitting exactly where you are, because your past thoughts have led you to this spot. Every choice and every outcome began as an idea you allowed to stay in your mind. The one unbreakable law of achievement is that we become what we think about. Knowing this is an exact science, what will you choose to think about starting right now?